All right, guys, we are back, and we are ready for the finals. Are you hyped for the finals, James?
I am really hyped. I can't wait to see it.
And it actually looks like they are getting into this game right away. I did have to close out Evolve, so let's pull up the capture again. There we go. I was a little bit confused over what the team sent me as far as the map picks go. Let's take a quick look at that again and see if we can determine what they meant. So they said MedLab Distillery Weather Control, and then said sorry Distillery MedLab. So I think he just meant that he mixed up Distillery and MedLab. Yeah,
Gotcha.
okay.
Order.
Yep, and I see that now. So the first game will be on Distillery, then MedLab, then finally Weather Control for the final game. For the final series. Keep in mind, this is a best of 7, so they will be playing up to 7 games instead of 5. The first team to 4 wins.
Mm-hmm. Averse has been really strong, though, so we'll see if Ninja Penguins is able to take these games from Averse, who's been solid on both Hunter and Monster side so far in the tournament. But Ninja Penguins, surprisingly learning how deadly Ninja Penguins can be, taking out one of the top-ranked teams on their way to the finals here.
Yeah. Now, according to the rules in the ESL, Monster only has host right if they are from North America or the EU. Legendary, being from Israel, actually doesn't have the right to host this game at all as a Monster player. But Nip, being the gentlemen that they are, they're actually going to give him host right the first round, and then they're going to take it in the second.
Golf clap there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very fair. I know sometimes playing against Legendary as host, there can be some lag issues, but Nip wants to keep things fair, so they're going to alternate host with him. All right, and here we go. Quickly getting into game number 1 here. This is the ESL Go4Evolve Sunday Cup number 10 finals, folks. This is Team Averse versus Ninja Penguins. Let's get a live poll in chat real quick. If you guys want to see Averse win, a team with players all over Europe and Asia, let's get some PogChamps in chat. And if you guys want to see a Ninja Penguins win here today, Ninja Penguins sound pretty OP, so let's get some OPs in chat. If you want to see Ninja Penguins, go ahead, spam those emotes. PogChamp for Averse, OP for Ninja Penguins. Let's check out the Hunter team right now. For Team Nip on Assault, we have Rune playing Markov. For Medic, we have Savvy playing Kyra. For Support, we have Spanners playing Hank. And for Trapper, we have Nightwayne playing Griffin.
Nightwayne.
Nightwayne, yes. Yes, not the team captain of EPEX, that is Nightmare. This is Nightwayne. Nip putting on a great show here today so far.
Yeah, really solid performance. And we can see here that Legendary's got full shield and full evolve meter, so he's just going to try to duck out and get find a nice place to evolve, or find a good place to get Dome so he can prolong it out and then evolve afterwards.
Dome's going to come down, though, is Legendary dodging it. No! He gets caught right on the edge of the Dome wall. Stage 1 Dome for Legendary here. And this really actually could be rough.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the terrain is too favorable. He does have some circles to deal with, but as you can see, they're all platforms that the Hunters can stand on top of, too.
Yeah, Legendary going to continue to juke around these small rock pillars here, but the Hunters just standing on top of them give them easy vision all around.
Yeah, and that's tough. Normally with your loops, you like to have the terrain go all the way up past where Hunters can get on top of, because when they're able to position effectively on top of these pillars, you can see just exactly what Ninja Penguins are doing. They're just standing on top of those and positioning well to be able to consistently put damage out on the monster.
And Legendary just continuing to run out this Dome in full damage mitigation mode right now. Leap Smash onto the top of the platform there, going to chase the Hunters off a little bit, and he's just going to continue to escape.
Yeah, so he might escape without losing any health, and if he does lose it, it's just going to be a little bit of chip damage. So now he's just going to want to get as far away as possible and get that stage 2 evolve without being domed by Nightwayne.
Yeah, oh no, Nightwayne caught on the edge of the cliff right there, messing up the climb. I do that too many times myself, and that's going to slow him down immensely. Legendary going to get that evolve off.
Yeah, so
let's see how close Rune is.
He's going to be able to pump in some damage here with the assault rifle.
Look at that assault rifle transitioning right to the head right there. Headshots do 2 times damage, and the assault rifle has a higher DPS than the lightning gun, believe it or not. So switching to the assault rifle and headshots for maximum damage there.
Yeah, now he's out. Maybe he extended a little bit too far. He's going to have to wait for one of his teammates to shoot Legendary off of him, and he does get away. But he did lose quite a bit of health here, and he didn't have to pop his personal shield, so it's not too bad of a situation. And that mine, ooh, using that flame breath to take out that mine before walking over it. So good job so far, and still looking quite good for Legendary at this point.
All right, and Legendary now using that downhill to his advantage, sticking to the high elevation and jumping off for additional distance, and he's going to continue to use that here. Whoa, a little bit of a speed bug too. That'll help him out just a little bit.
Yeah, so he's definitely happy right now, getting that clean stage to evolve thanks to a little bit of a mishap from Nightwing there, trying to get up that ledge and falling back down. But you know, if you're Legendary, you're very happy because you've got over 2/3 shields, and you're halfway to stage 3, and these hunters haven't really done much damage to you at all.
Yeah, Legendary now still pretty much feeding for free. The hunters really don't have a clean line of sight on him to prevent him from feeding, but Rune coming in now, gonna try and flush him out towards the rest of the hunter team. And checking the map here, we can see Nightwing just hanging back. Look at that. Just cutting wide, hanging back, waiting to see exactly which way Legendary commits.
Yeah, and Legendary's might even be happy to take a fight right here. He's got a ton of his evolve meter filled up and full health on, or full shields on stage 2, so he might be trying to relocate right now, and he might actually let the dome happen as long as he's in a good spot to fight.
Dome comes down, and Nightwing gets that harpoon on Legendary.
Legendary hitting that leap smash, really good job, and then using that rock to not continue to focus Nightwing, but instead hits Savvy, getting good damage out, split amongst the hunter team.
Gonna leap now once again up top. Catches a few mines right there. Rune on that lightning gun, sticking onto Legendary. And Legendary just looking for a target right now. Good harpoons from Griffin, gonna continually lock him down and just harass him a little bit. Mess up his movement, and he switches back to Nightwing now, but the shield comes out from Hank. Leap smash misses and hits no one. More harpoons.
So that was quite the traversal there. And
yeah,
you can see that you can see Spanners did a great job there as soon as he was getting focused, using that cloak and forcing Legendary to start attacking other hunters. So that was a really good play. Way to using, or a good job using the cloak before it was too late.
And you know, I like the way that Legendary's playing here. This is a pretty rough dome for a monster. So rather than actually trying to fight the hunters there, because they had so many different little bits of elevation that each hunter could stand on, split themselves up and continue to harass him, instead of doing that, he mostly just jumped around, poked and prodded, and managed to get through that without losing any real health.
Yeah, that's a great point. He was poking and prodding hard enough to really keep the hunters on their heels, you know. Like, right. He did get them pretty low and force Hank out of the fight and kind of allow him to be able to move around without suffering too much damage from the hunters. So definitely a good point that you bring up there.
Wow, look at the map coverage with the motion sensors right there on the map. Legendary taking one of them out right there. But they had almost the entire map covered. That was almost perfect placement.
Yeah, good job. And they know exactly where he is, even though he is out of range of the sensor right now. They know exactly where it is just from the eyes that they've got on him. So really good placement on those sensors by Nightwing. And really good traversals as well by Legendary, getting the most out of them that he can.
Yeah, maximizing that traversal right there. All right, he's going to sneak around right here while the rest of the team chases. It looks like he's going to double back and try and pull off a juke. Oh, Spanners may see him, though. No,
we'll see
Spanners
if the ping
didn't
comes
notice.
Out. Yeah, he didn't ping him. He might have seen him, but played it off like he didn't. So we can actually see the pings from the hunters, and you can see they're pinging right now actively
Spanners
over here.
it.
So Spanners, yeah, did see the double back, but it might be a little bit too late. He might be able to get away and get that stage 3 evolve in these caves and be able to dip out before Nightwing can get over with the dome.
And I think that's exactly what he's going to go for. Let's see if Nightwing is far enough away. 140 meters. Oh, that's not good. Legendary's basically taken a stage 3 dome uncontested here.
Yep, and you can see he's evolving in the exact same spot as he went to stage 2. So it's very clear that he has a favorite spot to evolve.
Looks like he did dodge that dome. Camera's locked. Let's see. Can we switch? There we go. Yeah, he did.
Yep, and he's got some food here, so this is good. Yeah, if you're legendary, you know that you can just keep running. There's nothing they can do. They can hit you with those Griffin harpoons, but really all you got to do is just turn around, punch them off you, and just keep running. They don't have a dome. They don't really have any way to keep legendary from running away, getting full shields. And now it's going to be a stage 3 full shield, almost full health relay fight. And these hunters definitely have a tall order ahead of them. But on this map, they have that spaceship right over by the relay, which is very popular to fight on if you're the hunter, especially against Goliath, because the hunters can just continue to kite around that spaceship.
Yeah, that spaceship is a great spot to fight Goliath. Although it looks like they're choosing not to take it and instead fight on the building. Interesting choice there. Leap smash and auto attacks onto Savvy. It looks like Savvy is far away now, popping that adrenaline boost from Kyra. Shields also come out, keep her protected, and a legendary with another leap smash that hits nothing but the ground. Dome's coming down. Oh no, and Rune with a lightning gun whittling away at that armor. They will have plenty of time here to dish out a lot of damage, and I can see now why they chose to defend here. This is very, very rough on legendary.
I do like this decision. There's a lot of terrain here that makes it difficult if you're a monster player. So, smart decision. I haven't really seen anybody fight here before, but it seems to be working out for them as they are just making their way through all the shields of legendary.
Great shields from Spanners there. Oh, and the orbital coming down at the last minute. They did shoot him off the pounce before the orbital hit, though. So that actually prevented most of the damage. Rock throw onto Nightwayne, and Savvy goes down. This could be it right here. If he can finish off Nightwayne as well, that could be... This could be over for the Hunter team. Yeah, they have no healing left. Nightwayne with a sliver of health. Leap Smash actually does hit him and drops the dome. And Legendary now switches back to Rune.
Yeah, and they were doing so well until then, but you saw the stack there, and you saw that rock taking down almost all of the health of 2 players. They were doing such a good job of kiting, but then that one stack for that one moment was punished by Legendary as he was able to get all these marks.
Looks like he's going to go back onto Spanners. Rock throw takes Spanners down as well. And Rune down to a sliver of health. A Mammoth Bird could take him out. A Reaver could poke him and take him out.
Yep, and he's stage 3 as well, so he can immediately get on the relay, but I don't think he even has to.
Nope. Rune going for a swim here.
Rune going out to the not safe zone, going out to the buoys, really has a taste for danger.
I think Legendary is just going to back off. Yeah. And he's going to go straight for the relay.
Yep, going to try to get as much shields as he can. Try to get on that relay to force out the assault. And like you said before earlier, it takes 30 seconds for the monster to break the relay. So, so Rune is going to have to find his way over here to shoot Legendary off of this relay.
Yeah, and Rune has to start moving. This is going to be rough. Looks like Legendary may have another relay win if Rune isn't careful.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a fake by Legendary to go back on the relay to break it, but nope. There it is.
And he does go down right there. Legendary takes game number 1 off of Ninja Penguins.
Yeah, great plays by Legendary, and really doing a solid job of being able to get to that stage 2 and 3 without being punished for it pretty much at all.
All right, and next up, I think we have a team of Versus Hunters now versus Nips Monster Player.
That'll be exciting. A really strong showing from Legendary. I really like Ninja Penguin's decision there of where to fight. That was working out really well for him, actually. They were able to make their way through the entire shields of Legendary without losing pretty much any health. All the hunters were very safe, but you can see how critical positioning is. They stacked up just 2 hunters in one spot at a time, and Legendary was able to use his rock to punish both of those players. So although they did such a great job for a majority of that dome, even just having that 1 second where you get in the wrong position, you can pay for it. But still, great job by Ninja Penguins not going and fighting in the same spot that we see so often on this map, and really taking a really good position on that dome, and even getting Legendary in that dome and doing a lot of damage to him. So good job by Ninja Penguins. Even though they weren't able to make the most of it, they did have a flash of brilliance there.
Yeah, they really did. They looked very, very strong for a brief minute, and looked like they could take him down, but it wasn't quite enough. So Legendary managing to take that first game, but let's see how things are different going forward in the next game when Nip actually hosts that round.
Exactly. Yeah, you never know. Maybe those traversals threw him off a little bit. Because you can, when you're doing those traversals, especially the really long ones or the quick ones, just those few milliseconds of latency can make the difference. So yeah, you're good point. We'll see how it turns out when they have host this next time.
Just waiting for them to finish setting up right now. I did message Dezu, who is the monster player, to ask him how the hosting was going to work. Dezu, while the majority of Team of Versus. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't be. Wait. While the majority of Team of Versus hunters are from Asia. Yeah, I'm not sure where Dezu is. So I believe Dezu is actually from the EU, which would give him host right as well. Let me see. He is typing to me right now. Just have to wait and see what they say. They may choose to host this one. I don't know. We'll have to see.
But yeah, Ninja Penguins. I think they have the ability to take games off of Legendary. I think they weren't able to get really any great domes following the evolves. They've been able to get domes outside of the evolves. But if they're able to get a dome after an evolve, we've seen how good that they can fight in those domes. I mean, they had that stage 3 dome in a really solid spot and were able to eat through all those shields without taking much damage as the hunters. So if they can be able to get in a position where they get a quick dome right after the evolve, if they can use that same ability that they showed that just on that stage 3 fight and apply that to a stage 2 dome where the monster doesn't have any shields, they could be very, very deadly. And we might have a different result in the next matchup between Legendary and the hunters of Ninja Penguins.
Yeah, you're right. It could be very, very different. I know that Team of Versus Hunters, they're the main group of 4 that practice together all the time. And they were the ones that even before they formed an official team or had a name, that people all over the competitive scene were talking about, saying, hey, watch out for these guys once they finish getting it together and start competing and find a good monster. And it looks like that's what they've done. Mm-hmm.
And really coming out swinging. Taking it all the way up to the finals with, I think they've only dropped 1 game so far today. So it was really solid performance and showing people why they should be feared.
Yeah, all right. We are joining Cajones now, the monster player from NIP. I think I said Dezu for some reason. I'm not sure why. Too many things going on right now. All right, we do have that sorted out. And we are joining the game. They are starting right away. Nice. Now, they did not tell us what the picks are.
And
so I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm wondering if Team Averse is going to pull out some sort of surprise hunter comp that we haven't seen yet in the tournament today.
Yeah, I would think that they probably would. I mean, I bet they can play those comps, but they really haven't been forced into using them. They've been so dominant on the hunter side that they haven't had to change up really anything that they're doing. So if they do something, it will probably just be for fun for them. Because the composition that they've been running and the way that they've been playing really doesn't warrant a change. They've been so solid up to this point.
They may want some surprises, though, for the finals, right? No? Okay, you're right. Looks like they're not going with what I thought they might try already. If I had seen a Sunny pick, I might have thought they were doing something different.
Yeah. And we might
and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we might see that, and we might see that maybe in the last game of the series.
Yeah.
But I think just because they've been so dominating with their current composition that they've been running, I don't think that they would really want to change it unless, one, they need to try something new because they're not able to pull out the victory, or 2, they might just bring it out once they've kind of, maybe if it's 3-0 and they have an opportunity to do it again, maybe we'll see something new.
Yep, looks like they are going with standard picks here. The question is, what will they pick for Trapper? There's so many possibilities, but they are taking Griffin against a Kraken. Okay, usually not considered as good as, say, versus a Goliath, but Griffin is still great against any monster, I think.
And so they locked in, and we're getting ready to kick it off in this second game of the finals best of 7. We've got Averse and Ninja Penguins, and it's been a good matchup so far with some pretty exciting moments, especially in that last game with that Stage 3 legendary fight right next to the relay.
All right, and here it is. Game number 2 is underway. This time, the other sides of the teams facing off against each other. We have, for Team Ninja Penguins, no relation to the CSGO NIP team, we have Cojones on Monster as the Kraken. And for Team Averse, the Hunter team everybody talks about and is afraid of, we have Aurora Symphony on Assault playing Markov. We have Laren on Medic playing Kyra. We have Gone Alone on Support playing Hank. And we have Shin, or Shinya, on Trapper playing Griffin.
Yep, getting that sound spike punched into the stone.
We can see Shin right here already pretty close to Cojones. With the right amount of elevation, they will be able to spot him in just a moment.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him work his way over into the corner of the map, try to dodge that dome, or fight through the dome and try to head up into those caves where we saw Legendary evolve both times last game. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cojones make his way over there to try to evolve in that exact same spot.
You can see, I love this. Aurora Symphony, one of the most well-known and outspoken monster players in the scene right now, switching to play Assault for Team Averse. And, you know, I never expected him to be able to play Assault as well as he did in the practices that I saw, and as he's done so far today.
Yeah, I think one aspect that he brings is being an in-game leader. You know, like in many games, you have that in-game leader who's making those decisions, calling those decisions out to the team. And with Aurora Symphony playing so much monster and understanding the mentality of the monster, his decision-making has been really, really good, and helping his team understand why they're doing what they're doing, and really the approach to take against these monsters.
Like you just said, his experience on the monster. Did you see that? He was up in the monster's face, and he didn't even need that shield to dodge the vortex. He had already dodged that vortex before the shield even touched him, because he knew that's what the monster was going to do.
So he did get that vortex on Shin, getting a little bit of space, but still right on Cojones' tail. It's going to be tough for him to get a clean evolve off at this point.
Yeah, that's 2 harpoons already. 3. Just continually slowing him down and allowing the team to get a little bit of chip damage, but more importantly, keeping that pressure on him. There's nothing that messes with your head as a monster player more than when a team is constantly locking you down with a Griffin when you're just trying to get away and evolve.
Yeah, but we did see that Aurora did get hit by a little bit of wildlife right there, and his teammates having to come back and get him out of that. He had to use his personal shield, and also he's about half health down, so it did slow him down a little bit. And he looks like
he is
Cojones
taking the
is going
evolve.
for the evolve. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have a dome though. He will dome through the wall right here, I think. Oh, he's not gonna dome through the wall. Interesting choice.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he gets it here. Select the positioning. It doesn't look like he was able. Oh my goodness!
Wow!
That's about as close as you can get. He is Aftershock though, so all these hunters have to be careful here, and you can see all of them grouping up. And oh, looks like only Hank got hit by the Aftershock though, so if he can get healed back up, it'll be a good position for these hunters as they are able to eat away at this permanent health damage of Cojones here in this cave of death.
This is a terrible spot for Cojones, potentially a terrible spot for the hunters. Aftershock shields Laren. Aurora Symphony takes a bit of damage, but he's going to get healed up. And Cojones switches auto-attacking onto Gone Alone. Vortex misses with Aurora Symphony firing away on that lightning gun. Another Aftershock will come down on this Hunter team, catching Support and Medic off guard. Vortex to knock the Assault back, and Support is almost down. The Medic is almost down as well. Shield at the last minute to keep the Medic alive. But the auto-attacks could actually finish the whole team right here. And another Aftershock. Support is down. Assault pops the personal shield.
Yeah, you could see that preemptive shield that he popped just so he could continue pumping damage into Cojones, and you'll see that they'll take him out here. Really solid play from the Hunters right there, knowing that they were going to get a lot of damage, but using that time right there in those caves to really punish him so badly. So even though Cojones was able to get those 2 marks, Aurora popping that shield early, and all the Hunters working together to pump that damage into Cojones, they were able to take him down right there. So really exciting match there to see him fighting in that cave of death.
That was insanely risky on the part of the Hunters. Props to them for managing to pull that off. Fighting an Aftershock Kraken in a space that small and managing to dish out an entire 2 stages worth of health to him. Just phenomenal play on their part.
You could see that they knew what they were doing. Really, there were a couple times where 2 players got hit by Aftershock, but never more than that. And in a couple instances, one of the 2 players was the Assault, which is not the most critical player to get hit. So very good job positioning, and also not only in positioning, but having the mentality of not just flight, but also fight. They were able to turn it around and really just punish Cojones for being in that position where he's not able to use the terrain to dodge damage. So although they were taking damage, really awesome job making sure that they were calm under pressure and pumping out the damage that they needed to do to take that victory.
Yeah, you know, if that had went on for just a few seconds longer, Cojones would have taken the win there for sure. They already had 2 downs. They were trapped. Assault was low on health. Trapper had taken a little bit of damage as well. And that would have been it if it had just went on just a little bit longer. But they managed to dish out enough damage that they ended it in time. I mean, that was basically a race right there.
It was a race, and Averse, they finished first right there. And we've been seeing it all day long. Really only dropping 1 game on Monster side, but their Hunters have been just so dominant up to this point. So really, I wouldn't be surprised to see more teams really trying to get Monster players come in and maybe even join the team as a Hunter, just because of that unique perspective that they bring, or at least having your Monster come in and help coach you through some of these situations, because being able to have the right mentality and understanding what the Monster wants to do, being able to understand that and make the correct decisions on the Hunter side is invaluable.
And it's one of the hardest things to do, though, is to make those correct decisions, right? That's probably one of the hardest parts about the game, is getting in the other player's head and knowing what to do to counter them.
And a lot of times we have the benefit of sitting up here and watching these games and seeing the decisions play out the way they do. But when you're in that moment as a player, you've got a split second to make that decision. So through either a lot of practice or just very good inherent decision making, you have to be able to make that call in a high pressure situation with almost no time.
Right, and it's those split-second decisions that make or break any individual game right there. You know, in that situation, maybe Cojones could have backed out rather than staying in. But, I mean, it really looked like he had him.
Yeah.
I even got tunnel vision at one point and didn't realize how much damage they were actually dishing out to him.
Yeah, I mean,
many Monster players suffer from that too, you know, not just people watching.
Yeah, you have to be very aware of your health bar and how much it's going down, because exactly like you're saying, sometimes you can look and then 5 seconds later you look again and you're missing almost all your health. So yeah, and you're right also in the positioning with that tunnel. They only could go forward or backward. They couldn't go side to side to dodge that aftershock. So yeah, it was intense.
All right, the teams are probably just doing the picks right now for the 3rd round. So right now it is 2-0 for Team Averse. They need to win 2 more games in this best of 7 to beat out Nip here today and clinch the finals, to clinch the €100 prize.
Legendary has dropped a game today, but after that last performance, he's shown that he does have that ability to just take a game and finish it off in a dominant fashion. So Ninja Penguins are going to have to get this victory here. If they really want to, they need to start getting momentum for their team. If they get 3-0, it's going to be very difficult to come back from mentally. But if Ninja Pajamas can take this win and make it 2-1, they're only 1 game behind, and they'll still be in it and still have that ability to come back and potentially win the series.
All right, and the map is MedLab. I had just sent a message to the players for some reason. I didn't have a full screen, so I couldn't read, but it looked like it said MedLab. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I thought that. But let's talk about the picks. They did message me what the picks are this time, which the players don't normally do. You want to take a guess at what was picked, James?
For which side? For Ninja Penguin's Monster or for the Hunters?
We could do either. you could guess them all if you want.
Yeah. You know, I would guess that they are still going to go Griffin, Hank, Kyra, and Markov. That would be my guess, because it's been working so well.
You got 2 right, and that's it.
All right. So I'm going to guess that I got Markov and... oh, wow. Yeah, so
and we have a Sunny, and for Trapper, hold on. We have seen this before, but... should still be interesting, nonetheless, to see things mixed up, to not see that Griffin pick come out.
Okay, so
we've got an Abe.
Yeah, Sunny. I love watching Sunny play. I love playing on the team of Sunny, being able to, when you're getting focused, jetpack straight up in the air to dodge the hunter attacks, and then also being able to take or make use of that shield drone. It's really awesome to play with Sunny, but at the same time, Sunny is always at risk of getting focused down. And especially with that shield bot potentially not being in a great position, it could be a little bit risky, but Sunny bringing a lot of utility.
Yeah, all right. And we are off on game number 3. Once again, guys, feel free to take a live poll in chat to vote on who you want to win here today. Let's get some PogChamps in chat for Team Averse and some OPOP faces for those overpowered Ninja Penguins. Legendary triggering those Steamodons there. Looking for some food and gonna continue moving on here. Legendary, the monster player for Team Averse versus Nip. Let's cover them again real quick. We have Rune on Assault playing Markov. We got Savvy on Medic playing Kyra again. Spanners mixing things up and taking Sunny. And Nightwayne also with a little switch up, choosing Abe this time.
So Legendary doing a good job of getting his feet on. Let's see if he can get enough or fill up his Evolve meter before this first dome, and if he's able to dodge this first dome. You can see all these Reavers in here, which are pretty annoying. They take a little bit to kill and eat, and also only give you one bar of shields. But right now he's mixing it up, heading back out in the opposite direction. We'll see if he can start making his way downhill to the other side of the map.
Legendary. Great leap right there, and you can see the Hunters wisely choosing to save the dome. You know, I wonder if they picked Abe specifically because they were playing on this map. I bet that's the reason why they picked Abe, because it is a little bit harder to stay on a monster with Griffin on this map.
Yeah, with all the pylons and the ability to line of sight and pretty much everywhere. Yeah, I can see that for sure. They're just going to need to make sure.
Also a lot more open.
Yeah, and now that they have Sunny too, like the danger of Abe is not being able to hit those tracking darts and losing where the monster is for an extended period of time. But with Sunny and the ability to boost teammates, Abe can get around the map a little bit quicker, and it will be easier for him to stay on the trail of this monster.
All right, misses the leap smash, and Legendary continues to run it out here.
Still doesn't have enough to evolve stage 2. He's really close. If he can find a mammoth bird, it might be enough. But he does get a good
gets the leap smash on
Nightwing.
Those Kyra grenades, though, they can keep him alive for a while. And then the mini nuke from Sunny, in fact, gonna knock him off.
Yeah, so good job from Kyra keeping him up right there, and really, we probably will see a Nightwing dome coming up here as soon as it's most preferential for the hunter side in terms of terrain and also the shields of the monster. But they're doing a good job of staying on him. But it'll be interesting to see if they can continue to track him as he's able to get a little bit more distance.
Oh no, and Rune caught in a plant here, getting eaten by a massive human fly trap. Or Venus human trap? I don't know, what do we call it? There's gotta be a name for it, right?
A man-eater plant. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but That's very truthful to what it is. And a woman eater plant, I guess. A
and
person eater plant?
a human eater plant.
Yeah.
There's got to be a technical term for it, though, right?
Yeah, like I'm not totally sure. I wonder if someone in chat has some info on that.
A hunter eater plant because it only eats hunters. All right, and Legendary gonna leap over the team once again. This team of hunters holding off that dome. Keep in mind, we're still stage 1. Legendary has not evolved to stage 2 yet.
Yeah, I mean
this is pretty shocking.
Tough. It's tough getting away from a Sunny, especially when you've got that Abe tracking dart. That just, no matter where Legendary
420
runs.
on the clock right now, and he has not evolved to stage 2.
Yeah, I mean, with Abe's tracking dart, there's really no guessing where the monster is. You know exactly where he is at all times that he has that tracking dart. And with Sunny boosting the other hunters, I'm not surprised. He'll probably just have to settle at some point and just take the evolve and take a stage 2 no shield dome fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to have to do. At some point, you just have to accept it, and it looks like he has accepted it. Running around for 5 minutes is just too much for a single stage, especially stage 1. So he takes it, he does get the dome, and look at Nightwing just peppering that arena with those stasis grenades.
Yeah, so Legendary, he might go for Nightwing to try to get this dome down, or he might just try to run away and preserve as much health as possible. But this is not an ideal dome for him to be able to do that. It's so open, and there's really no loops for him to work with.
Yeah, this is a great spot for the Hunters to actually dish out damage to Legendary here. They could easily take this game from him.
Yeah, he's either going to get out of this dome with not very much health and no more. Well, that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, the terrain is very, very favorable for the Hunters, and you can see these mines everywhere. So Legendary just going to run, and hopefully if he can get away with a little or health or half of his health, then it would be a win in this situation.
All right, Legendary going to keep on going here. Rock throw hits the side of the cliff wall, doesn't actually clip into anybody, but the dome is finally down. He lost almost half his health in that dome.
Yeah, so it wasn't the best dome for him, but at the same time, he's not dead. He has half of his health to work with, and he is stage 2. So if he can get full shields on his stage 2 or even get stage 3, then he'll be in a much better position to take that fight. You know, with no shields right there, it would have been disastrous if he decided to engage. But still not such a bad situation. And really, when you're going up against a Sunny comp, you almost have to expect that what we saw happen is going to happen.
The Hunters do have to be careful here, though. Even though the survival odds show that it is highly in their favor, Legendary can still turn this around at any point in time, and this much health is still more than enough health for a player like Legendary to turn things around and take back the game at any point in time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a really exciting fight this next dome. And also, if Legendary just decides to let a dome happen. You can see he's turning around. If he can get a good engagement on his terms, or maybe even make use of this sloth right here, we could see him decide to take a fight and not run away from the dome.
All right, yeah. He's just looking right now, waiting to figure out which way he's going to juke. It looks like he has decided. He is committing. He's going to go downriver right here, right by the Hunter team. And once again, wisely, they hold that dome.
Yeah, especially when you're going downhill like that. If you're a trapper and you throw a dome on high ground and the monster's going downhill, it actually takes a longer amount of time for that dome to really trap him. So, you know, good, like you were saying, a good job of Nightwing on holding that dome and just waiting for a better opportunity, one where he knows that he can trap Legendary inside.
And it looks like he's actually just turning back around now. I think he wants to force a dome out of the Hunters and then try and time it out. Rock throw onto the drone there, and he backs away.
Oh, so close. It was a good attempt. He does have full shield, so he will be able to go on the offensive right here, taking out this shield drone, and then getting Sunny and Nightwing hit with that leap smash, so a good start.
Yeah, a great start for Legendary here, but his armor is already down to half, and no one is even close to going down. Leap smash hits Spanners. A little bit of a latency there, some rubber banding. Rock throw. Savvy against the wall. The Fire Breath could finish Savvy right here. Sunny unable to boost Savvy to safety in time.
So yeah, Legendary's probably going to try to prevent Kyra from getting res, do everything he can, because if Kyra gets back up, it will be disastrous for Legendary. So now he's just going to try to keep littling away these Hunters, probably with Flame Breath, which is a good way to just get guaranteed damage on these Hunters. So you can see, yes, he does that, and he's going to be able to get that mark on Spanners. Really solid job, but he's got to be careful because he's getting very, very low.
Yeah, he's going to start running the dome out here, but I don't know if that's the right move. Okay, he is going to go back in. He goes on Rune. Rune with that lightning gun. Going to chase him away. He didn't commit, though. The dome is down, and he's going to run. This is really bad for Legendary right now.
Yeah, and Spanner's getting up. If he would have finished Spanners off, he would be in a better position to take this win and go back and finish off these last two Hunters. But the fact that he wasn't able to fully finish Spanners off means that it's definitely shifted in the favor of the Hunters so far. He's just lost so much health. So now, though, these Hunters don't have a medic, so they will be skittish and following too closely, and he will be able to get off a stage 3, and as long as he's got a little bit of food to quickly eat, he'll be in a pretty good position, especially if he can re-engage before Kyra gets back into the fight. So if he can get Spanners down here, if he can get Spanners down and make sure that he's not going to be chasing a cloaked Hunter, he might be able to take the victory right here, engaging on Nightwing, doing a good amount of damage, switching it up, going back on Spanners, really spreading this damage out as many places as he can. Nightwing goes down, so now only Spanners and Rune left alive, and if he can take them both out, he will take this third game, and they will be up 3-0, but you can see that Nightwing is getting revived right here. Can he prevent this res? So close, and he does!
Does prevent the res, but Spanners may escape. No, Legendary coming back around the other side. Sneak pounce onto Spanners. Spanners gonna go down. Those mortars, though, actually knock him off, and he isn't able to finish off Spanners either. This is very, very bad for Legendary right now. Nip looks like they could take this game.
Yeah, they're all so low. Dropship is coming in 4 seconds. So Kyra's going to be coming in. He needs to get this evolved and needs to get shields quickly. All those Hunters are so low, but as soon as Kyra's going to get out of that dropship, she's going to use the healing cloud and use her whole healing clip to get back in there. So, wow, what an awesome performance by Ninja Penguins, handling that pressure there and coming out without the loss right there. Everyone's so close to death.
Including Legendary on Goliath. Pretty much right at 1/3 of his full stage 3 potential health.
Yeah, and you can see he actually canceled his pounce to try to get, or it was canceled so closely and just wasn't able to get that mark. So they really dodged death by just a hair. It could have been so bad, but really pulling through was probably one of the most clutch moments that we've seen here today.
Here they are now, set up around that relay. While Legendary just finishes off that sloth, he's going to finish off his armor, and then he's got to make something happen. But Nip's coordination this game just looks to be a little bit too strong.
Yeah, he's got marks on all the right Hunters. You know, Assault not being so critical to have marks on, but he does have a mark on the medic support and trapper, which is going to make it easier to get down, but if they play it right, nobody has 2 marks, so it's not a guaranteed victory by any means.
Alright, leap smash onto Spanners, but he is protected by that shield. Over to the monster now, rock throw. The rock taken out by the landmines. Players using them for protection. Boost from Sunny on Nightwing. Nightwing does escape that leap smash. And Legendary is going to back off and armor up once again. Yeah, no damage dealt there, and the clock is ticking.
Yeah, you could see there, he got out right at the right time. If a dome would have come down there, it would have been a pretty bad situation for him because, like you said, he made no progress there. And he had half of his shields eaten up. So he's going to have a lot better first engagement into this fight if he wants to take this victory, because 1 strike on 3 Hunters is definitely not enough to guarantee a victory.
All right, and Legendary going to try and sneak back in this time. Going to take the long, slow route. They're going to see him, though. Not much of a sneak right there.
Yeah, so now they're going to try to take as much shields away as possible, but you can see him spreading that flame around, but still not doing a ton of damage to anybody.
Yeah, great recovery there on the part of Rune. The dome comes down. We can hear it coming down. Lightning Gun continuing to whittle away on his armor, while Legendary focuses down Savvy. The medic switches it back up, leap smash onto Spanners, almost taking out Spanners, and now he's going to go back to Savvy.
Yeah, you can see him spreading the damage out really, really well, and that rock takes down Nightwing, and now the Hunters will fall much easier one by one, but you can see that he makes the decision to dip out. Now that he got that second mark on Nightwing, just get out and get more shields, build back up on shields, because now he knows that with Nightwing having 2 marks, he's going to be able to get him down much easier, and Nightwing playing the Trapper, that means that he's responsible for throwing those domes that lock the monster into a fight. And so now he knows that he's not going to be locked into fights because he has the ability to take down that Hunter that has that ability.
Yeah, and Legendary, you know, it's kind of a war of attrition right now. He keeps going back out, back in after getting full armor. Just getting 1 strike here or there, and eventually, once all the Hunters are on 2 strikes, any down is going to result in a kill.
Yeah, and it's if they can run him out of time too, it's like if he doesn't get a good engagement, if he can't jump in here and be able to get on a Hunter quickly and he starts losing all the shields, he'll have to run. So there is the potential that they could push this game out to a time limit if they can play this the way they need to.
All right, and Legendary comes in once again. Leap smash, misses, hits Nightwing this time.
Nightwing getting boosted straight up. Good job. Good utilization of the boost gun right there by Spanners. So he's now forced to focus another Hunter. He's on Kyra, doing a lot of damage, but still he's lost half his shields and he hasn't made too much progress right now. His flame hitting multiple Hunters, and he might try to finish off Nightwing here with this leap smash, but Nightwing dodging it, and you can see, oh my goodness, Legendary losing almost all of his shields at this point. He's hopping on Nightwing, and this is shaping up pretty good for the Hunters if they can survive for just a little bit longer.
Nightwing does go down, the dome is dropped, rock throw onto Rune, and Legendary got what he wanted. No health loss there, and one of the Hunters is out for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, so he's going to have to find shields and get those back up quickly, because if he doesn't get a fight by the time Nightwing gets back on the dropship, that whole engagement was in favor of the Hunters, because Nightwing already had 2 marks. He doesn't get an extra mark by dying right there.
All right, and Legendary comes back in again, this time against only 3 Hunters. Leap smash hits nothing.
They're eating through his shields, though. He's got to be careful. And now the shield's still protecting Spanners, and he misses that rock. So he's going to have to run yet again, buying more time. So he's going to have to go find this food. And at this point, he's gone through quite a bit of the food, so it's probably going to be a challenge to be able to replenish his shields all the way up. And you see the Hunters staying close by, preventing him from shielding back up. So really in favor of the Hunters so far. So although Nightwing did get out of that fight and he did die, he didn't really, the Hunters will be in the exact same situation as they were, but now time is on their side.
Yeah, and Legendary is eating up the food on this map quickly. Not to mention the time.
Yeah, and there's... oh, sorry, go ahead.
We can see the timer now. 3 minutes, or 2.5 minutes, and counting.
So there's still that cache of 3 bodies underneath this relay if he needs to utilize it, but he's doing a good job of getting right on Spanners, being able to put out a ton of DPS, and Spanners falling off that side of the cliff. So as long as Spanners can get a cloak and get away, but no, Legend does hit her with that flame, but he might not have seen Legend, or he might not have seen Spanners there. So oh my goodness, he is losing a lot of shields. This is not looking good for Legend.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Legendary at all. Fire Breath, Spanners boost Savvy out of the way. Great timing there. Leap smash hits nothing but the drone, and he now tries to switch it back off to Spanners. No, he backs away.
Yeah, so he knew he had to get out there, because if Nightwing's coming down, he could throw that dome, and if he would have gotten domed with almost no shields right there, he would have lost the match. So really, even though they've been playing with 3 Hunters there, Nightwing not being a part of that fight, it didn't really bring, or didn't really mess up the Hunters too much, just because what Nightwing brings to the table is that ability to dome. The core of healing and DPS was still there, even with the absence of Nightwing. So really a solid job of the Hunter squad being able to withstand this barrage from Legendary wave after wave, and then, you know, the Hunter squad just not breaking.
All right, and Legendary's got to make something happen now. The timer down to 1.5 minutes. The Hunt timeout this game on Legendary with the way that things are going right now.
Yeah, he can't really run away too many more times. He's going to have to stay in and try to finish this match right here. So you can see getting hit by that landmine, they're doing a ton of damage, and again, we're not seeing any damage given to these Hunters. Nightwing getting low again, but really that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, Leap Smash, he tries to focus down Spanners. Rock Throw, oh, he may get Spanners here. The drone does pop the shield, but it's not going to last long enough. Leap Smash actually
they're all getting really low. This is so
hits
close.
Rune, I think. He's going to switch to Assault now. No, he's going to transition back at the last second to Nightwing and then switch it up to Savvy. Legendary needs to commit and focus someone down at this point. Oh, almost doubled down right there. Savvy and Rune, the only ones left, but Legendary has no life. Legendary has to back up. Nightwing is down and out for the next 2 minutes, and Spanners will be rezzed, I think. Looks like Rune maybe. Nope.
Yep, he's getting revived right now.
Savvy getting Spanners up right now.
But
Legendary's got 1:20 on the clock, and he's got to find some armor. Well, that's a good bit of armor right there, but will it be enough?
And will he have enough time? Like you're saying, you've got 1 minute and 15 seconds left, and if he does get in combat over there, combat does stop that timer, but still, it's 1 minute left to get back in there, and this is probably the last fight that we will see. So really going down to the wire, and really exciting to watch the Hunters, the Ninja Penguins, doing a great job of withstanding this attack by Legendary. So Kyra doing a good job of getting that initial damage from far away with those napalm grenades.
Yeah, Legendary, this could be his final play right here. They won't be able to dome him, so technically he could escape if he needs to, but time is of the essence. He has to make a play here. Spanners with 2 strikes, that kill could finish Spanners, and it does. Leap Smash up high, knocks Rune and Savvy apart. Oh no, this could be it right here. That drone though, saving Savvy at the last moment. Rock Throw hits Rune,
that drone,
and he takes out the drone.
Yeah, their drone doing a great job of mitigating that damage there, so it's still very doable. He's going to take him out, but then he'll have to pounce on Rune before Rune can take out the rest of his health.
Oh, wow, and he does get the pounce. He does get the pounce. Oh, no, the mines. Oh, they're going to finish him.
I can't believe it. Wow.
The mine armed at the last second, I think, and blew up and knocked Legendary off of Markov, allowing him to finish the game.
I can't believe that. That was so intense.
I've never seen that before. I thought it was a done deal. When he had that sneak pounce, I wasn't thinking about the arm time on the mine.
That was one of the most exciting finishes I've ever seen. Really going down to the wire. I can't really, Ninja Penguins, they deserved that victory after how hard they fought. Tooth and nail, wave after wave of Legendary attack, forcing him back out to get shields. What an awesome match that was.
Yeah, Rune absolutely MVP of that round, dropping the clutch landmine at the last minute to give Team Nip their first win today.
Yeah, definitely coming up clutch, but wow, what a great team effort by all of Ninja Penguins. Nightwing had to sit out for a lot of that fight, but had the other 3 players of Ninja Penguins Hunter Squad coming through in the clutch in one of the most, or probably I will say that is the most exciting match that we have seen today. Really living up to that finals fashion, throwing it down, and really you've got to wonder if it's a momentum shift on the Hunter side, being able to hold off Legendary Stage 3 with marks like that. That's got to be a huge confidence boost if you're the Ninja Penguins.
And we can see chat right now finally catching up and seeing what happened, going absolutely insane. Yeah, that may be the first time that's ever happened in the ESL yet.
Wow, yeah. I'm loving watching this reaction from chat. Oh my goodness. we're thinking the same thing. There's a bunch of people probably going to get timed out because of all the caps that are about to go down. So, wow.
Yeah, they will be just purges from Nightbot, I think, if you type in all caps. So don't worry about it, folks. That was an amazing game. Feel free to celebrate all you want. We did just get the invite from Cojones for game number 4. Will Nip be able to tie things up here 2-2 by taking a win off of a versus Hunter team?
Yeah, if he can get this win here, then Ninja Penguins has a ton of momentum moving forward, because after such a dominating performance, losing a game in that fashion, having to wait all that time, going down to the wire, so much effort, and then coming out with a loss, that can just be so demoralizing. So Ninja Penguins have an opportunity here. If they can take this game 2, even though it will be tied 2-2, I would definitely give the favorite status to Ninja Penguins for coming out with a win just from a momentum standpoint. Really a huge shift. So they've got to keep it going here, though, because if Averse steadies it out again and takes that 3rd game, it'll be up to the Ninja Penguins Hunter squad. And after such an emotional battle, they might be running on empty, because that was such a crazy fight.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. We're just waiting on Aurora Symphony now to join up. And then game number 4 will be underway. Oh, and Flo linking a new graphic in chat for the Stage 3 podcast. Wow. That's an amazing graphic. Check that out, guys, while we wait.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, very generous graphic work done on those infographics, on those break screens that we've had. So they're really awesome, very informative. I might even suggest, like, if you really love Evolve, try to connect with Flo and get those as your background, because all that information that he has in there, if you can program that into your brain, you'll play much better, just really understanding to the core of what these players are, what these hunters' abilities are, how long it takes to do certain things, how much damage you can do to the monster. Like the really great graphic about the reload speed, how many clips you can get off. Really awesome stuff. So thank you, Flo. We appreciate the hard work that you did.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Let's get some love for Flo in chat, for all the graphics that you've seen in between games, the little slides, those infographics about Markov and all the other hunters and monsters. All right, just waiting for this game to start here. Yeah, Aurora Symphony still not in game yet. Let me send him a quick message.
Yeah, I think I saw him restart Steam, so he might just have been turning off his computer, turning it on again. Nice, good old-fashioned reboot.
Okay, unless he already was in game. Well, they're starting with only 5. I don't think we can do that because I'm not playing in this game. Oh, that was just an accident. Okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, it's Black Aegis coming in the finals and as a substitute, taking down a top team.
All right, we're just going to take a short break, folks, while Aurora Symphony comes back in, and then we will get back to game number 4 as soon as we can. Stay tuned. Thank you all so much for all the support and all the follows today. We appreciate them all. Oh, no. We are not cutting to a break. Okay.
Awesome. I love these back-to-back. Let's keep it going.
We are getting right into the next game, and for those wondering, yes, game number 3 will absolutely be an individual highlight. What do you think? Do you think Team Averse is going to pull out something different here with their picks here today?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think they're going to change. I mean, especially after losing that game and it being a little bit more of a competition now at 2-1, they're really going to want to stick to what they've been dominant at so far. So if I had to guess, I don't think they're going to change. I think they're going to continue doing what they're doing just because they've been so able to take out these monsters, especially after that last really clutch fight in the caves against the Kraken. I would think that they would stick to what's been working.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you're right. Looks like they are going to stick with it. And let's see what the assault pick is.
$2 on Markov.
I'm going to say Markov also. I've only seen Aurora practice with 2 hunters. That's not to say that he hasn't practiced with other hunters over the past week, but I've only seen him practice with 2.
Yeah, and Markov just being a really good choice against a Kraken anyway, just because those double headshot damage that you can get with the assault rifle. The assault rifle is a really, really great weapon, especially against a Kraken who's in the air most of the time.
All right, just waiting for the hunters to lock in. Looks like everything is locked in. Game number 4 will be underway in just a moment after that insane finish to game number 3. What do you think that they can do to mix things up this time? What do you think they can do to even top the excitement of the last game?
Well, Cojones, he's definitely got it in him, especially if he goes Aftershock build again and we see a close quarters fight. I think we could see something pretty exciting. So Cojones, he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders right here after such a solid performance by Ninja Penguin's Hunter Squad. If he can follow it up with a victory on the Monster side, they will not be out of it, and then actually it'll all be tied up and really a momentum shift over to the Ninja Penguin side. So I think that we definitely have a chance of seeing something exciting. Maybe not as exciting just because that was such an incredible finish, but exciting nonetheless.
All right, we are back to the other side of this matchup here, this exciting best of 7. We have for Nip, we have Cojones on Monster playing Kraken. For Team Averse and their Hunter Squad, we have Aurora Symphony on Assault playing Markov. We have Laren on support, on Medic playing Kyra. We have Gone Alone on support playing Hank, and we have Shin on Trapper playing Griffin.
Yeah, so Cojones filling up his evolve meter quite a bit, so doing a good job. You can see Griffin's pretty far out right here, so good start so far, but we're still waiting to see the action really kick off, and we'll see that whether Shin's able to get this first dome at stage 1 or not. Just so many mammoth birds.
We'll have to see what he can do. Cojones here, just staying at a distance. He's actually going to go in. Interesting choice. Shin, look at how wide Shin is cutting. Oh, Cojones wisely backing off there. He almost poked in right over Shin, and that would have been a guaranteed dome for the Hunters.
Yeah, he did a good job there of getting Shin to use his jetpack up in the direction that he was not going to go, and now he's going to be able to climb back up north, although that harpoon trying to slow him down just a little bit.
And Cojones now advancing to that west side of the map, that rich feeding ground for the Monster player.
Yeah, the Steamodons like to hang out around here.
He's going to take the Evolve right under the down ship right here.
Which is smart because he knows that he's playing against a Hank who can call in that orbital. And as we saw earlier, orbitals can really mess you up, especially on an Evolve like this.
Yeah, they are going to get the dome on Cojones, though. Dome does come down, and they will have a little bit of time to dish out some damage to him before he can start to move. All right. And back to Cojones now. He does go airborne. This is a stage 2 dome with no armor. Vortex comes out.
Yeah, you can see a good damage spread as well, too. And him trying to come down on these multiple hunters, he does have damage spread out pretty evenly, and Hank is getting really low, popping that cloak. So Kyra's going to have to get over there and heal Hank up, which he does with that cloud. Good job from Loranda to be able to get over there and heal up his teammates. and they're really punishing him. They're really punishing Cojones for sticking around. If Loran can get that cloud up one more time, you can see Hank Shield coming in, and this Aftershock doing a lot of damage, getting Kyra down, but if somebody can get Kyra up quickly, they'll still be in a really great spot to even potentially take Cojones down in this dome.
And the Vortex gonna knock Gone Alone back. Aftershock takes him out. Aurora Symphony almost down right here. Cojones could take this game right now. Aurora Symphony down. Shin is the last one left alive. Look at how little health.
So close.
A pistol shot could have finished him there if they had all died right around him.
Yeah, so what a quick match. That was so close. It was a race to the finish. We saw it in the first matchup between Cojones and the Hunter Squad from Averse. We saw that race to the finish style, and as you can see, Cojones coming out on top of that, barely, just such a sliver of health left. Just a couple hit shots or maybe a headshot or two could have been the difference in that game.
Can we stay?
But now you've got to think that the momentum is definitely in the Ninja Penguins' favor. After two such close, critical fights, Ninja Penguins being able to come out on top, that's got to make you feel pretty good and confident going into this next matchup, this Game of 5. Or Game 5.
Yeah, Game 5, absolutely. So it's now 2-2. Let's see, just got an invite from Nightwing, so they're ready to go already, I think. Unless that was an old invite.
So good job from both of these teams also being on the ball, ready for us to come in and kick off these next matches. So good job for both teams on that standpoint.
Yeah, what a close game right there. This could go either way at this point. You know, it looked like Averse was really dominant in the first two games, and now Nip just kind of pulling it together and taking the fight back to Team Averse.
Yeah, you would think that like with such a commanding performance that Averse Hunter Squad, I think that's the first game that they've dropped today on the Hunter side. So Cojones just going so aggressive and getting up in their face, and in that moment it paid off and he was able to pull out the win. And now the momentum coming in on Ninja Penguins, if they're able to take this Game 5, then that puts so much pressure on the Hunter Squad from Averse, and Cojones, he'll just be in a clutch moment to be able to either win it for his team or push it out to that tiebreaker.
Just need to check with the teams here. Looks like they may be doing their picks actually now. Oh, let's get them muted. There we go. Legendary may be having a quick discussion with his team before they jump into the next game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that Aftershock, you know, that Aftershock build can be devastating. It punishes you because Kyra, with that healing cloud ability, you have to be close to Kyra to get healed. But at the same time, is if you group up too much, that Aftershock build, that Aftershock Kraken can really punish you. Ideally, only one person will get hit by Aftershock. But as we see there, that's just sometimes just too much to do. It's too much to ask.
And here we go, jumping into game number 5 here today. Currently tied 2-2. Team Averse versus Ninja Penguins.
Very important matchup right here because whoever takes this game will have undoubtedly strong momentum going forward. This is a critical match because if Averse can take this and get that third match, then I think that Legendary will be able to rebound and have a little bit of confidence, even knowing that, hey, my Hunters won the last game. If we have to, we can select the tiebreaker, being our Hunter Squad. You know, so Averse is in a good situation if they can win it this time.
Yeah, they're going to have to be extra careful, though. Because it doesn't look like they're going to be as dominant over Nip as it initially seemed in those first two games.
Yeah, very true.
After these last two, I have to say either one of these teams could take the victory here today.
Yeah, I don't know. It's such an even matchup, and these matches have just been incredibly exciting. So, I mean, really, if either team pulled out the victory, it's hard fought and well won.
All right, and we do have the same picks as last time. Well, actually, no, my mistake. Abe. So they did change things out over the last game, over Nips's Hunter's team games, and swapped out Griffin for Abe.
Yeah, so again, making use of the tracking darts. And as we saw that the last matchup, Legendary lost half of his health trying to evolve in a spot where he just wasn't able to get away because Spanner's able to keep his teammates right on Legendary's trail.
All right, and here we go. Game number 5, currently tied 2-2. Who do you think is going to win? And in fact, more importantly, who does chat want to win? What do you think, James? Should we do a live poll right now?
I think we have to.
All right, yeah, you're right. It is tied 2-2, so let's take a live poll from chat. If you want Legendary, the monster player for Team Averse, to win here today, let's get some PogChamps in chat. And if you want the overpowered Ninja Penguins to win today, let's see some OPOP faces. Hunter's dropping in just now. The chase is on against Legendary. They know exactly where he is, it seems. Rune leading that charge.
Yeah, making sure he's dropping down those mines just in case. It never hurts to have some mines to go back on if you get in a pressure situation from a monster.
All right, Nip. Rune, once again, leading that charge. Trying to flush out Legendary. Looks like he was successful there. That Sloth may distract him a little bit. Oh, what is he doing? He's just waiting now. This is actually going to give Legendary a chance to get some good distance here.
Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't have very many shields, and he doesn't have enough on his evolve meter to really take advantage of that distance.
Boosted by Sunny, and he throws that dome. Legendary is in the dome. And he's only halfway to stage 2.
Yep, and he doesn't have enough shields to do much in this dome other than run. So now it's just a matter of let's see how much health he's going to lose in this dome.
Yeah, this is a good dome for a monster. Anytime you're in a 2-layer dome where there's a top and bottom directly on top of each other, it's a great position for a monster to be in because it makes it very, very hard for the hunters to keep up.
Yeah, so he's going to just keep going into full damage mitigation mode, and maybe they'll probably have to take care of this Sloth as well. Just so but oh my goodness, what a clutch Strider right there. Being able to eat that and get that shields, that's going to mitigate some permanent health damage. So pretty clutch right there.
Oh, and those stasis grenades really slowing him down there. Okay, he will jump out of range as it times out, and the dome is down now. So Legendary will escape with very, very little health lost.
Yeah, but you can also see now they're right back on him, and he's got that tracking dart refreshed. So, you know, as Legendary, it just has to be so frustrating not being able to get away, and especially that leap smash not appearing to do any damage right there. So, Legendary's probably a little bit annoyed at this point. You know, you've got these hunters trailing you, and with Sunny being able to boost Abe, and Abe having that tracking dart on you where you can't hide, you just have all this moment of stress. He can't even bother to sneak because they know exactly where he is.
And oh no, he cancels the evolve right there. I was about to say he's going to take the evolve, but he does cancel it. And he's got to get away. You can see them all around him. He is tracked right now, so they know exactly where he is. There's really nothing that he can do. He's just got to... Oh, he may... You think he's going to take a beach evolve?
He might. That could be worth it. And I think if he does that, he would have a lot of terrain potentially down there to work with, although it's definitely not ideal because the hunters can get on top of those platforms. But
yeah. I think he's going to go for a beach evolve. It's been a while since it's taken him this long to evolve. Normally, Legendary is evolving around the 2-minute mark, but it's taking him a while now. We've got about 4:20 on the timer, and he's going to be taking his first evolve.
And another thing that's difficult, too, is when you're going downhill, when you have a Sunny, you're able to really whip somebody incredibly far when you have like that huge downhill jump that you can make. So they're going to be on top of him right now any second.
Yeah, they've got him right where they want him here. Rune coming in with that lightning gun, just going to whittle away at his health.
Yeah, you got to be happy if you're Ninja Penguins in this situation. So the Assault's eating that damage, definitely good for the Hunter squad, and that now he's Legendary forced to take out that drone. Kyra getting a little bit low, but still, Legendary down to half health, and now the Hunters with that healing cloud almost all back up to full health now.
Yeah, this is a great spot for the Hunters to be in. This is a great dome for them. They just need to stay on him and prevent him from eating. They actually took so long to get to him there that he was able to kill a bunch of Blitz Leopards and feed.
Yeah, he was able to get a little bit of shields there, and you can see, you know, he's just trying to survive. It's such a pain against this team, but if he can get stage 2 and get full shields, or even get stage 3 and run away long enough to just slowly get those shields back up, he'll be able to do something. But as we saw in the last game, it was a very similar situation. You know, he got stage 3, but he just didn't have enough health to work with, so every time he would come into a fight, he would lose all of his shields and have to retreat, and we saw how that ended up last game.
And look at how much damage they did to him in that dome right there. That was just the first dome. Or the first real damaging dome, I should say. They did get that one before, that 2-layer dome, but those almost don't count, right? They're just such bad domes.
He had all the shields. Those evolved domes are what are so critical. Because if you catch them on the evolve, they don't have the shields to you know, make sure they don't take permanent health damage.
He does have good distance on this Hunter team now, though. 150 meters out. Nightwayne actually chasing rather than flushing, so they should be, he's Legendary, I should say, should be in a good position to get away.
Yeah, they're
even before that dome refreshes.
Yeah, they're close enough to continue to deny his food. So, you know, he's been running for a good minute now and hasn't been able to fill up his shields, although right there eating that mammoth bird was definitely helpful.
He's got to be careful here. Doubling back like this, they will catch up to him, I think.
This is the moment where you've got to be a little bit careful if you're an Abe team, if you're not able to get that tracking dart. Because if Abe doesn't have that tracking dart, it's very easy for the monster to sneak away.
Yeah. And we can see they do know where he is now, so Nightwayne just trying to get the cut, and at the very least, get a tracking dart in. And we can see that was his first priority there, and then he switches to the dome afterwards. Boosted dome, no. Oh, no, they're not going to boost. Sunny had that boost for a second. They're still waiting. Legendary does not want to get caught in another dome. It looks like the boost coming out from Sunny. This dome is going to happen. I don't think Legendary can juke this one. And the dome does come down, sealing him in.
Yep, and that leap smash doing a lot of damage to Nightwayne. So we'll see Legendary. Legendary does like to split the damage amongst all the Hunters so he can, you know, just pressure everyone and be able to selectively switch and get those quick marks. But right now he's losing so much shields. He's probably going to have to just go into damage mitigation mode and try to survive for the duration of this dome.
And you're right, that's the name of the game right now is survival. But no, Legendary may actually take the fight to the Hunters with a quick down on Spanners, the support. Alright, they are going to get Spanners back up as Legendary is forced to back off and hide behind the wall here.
Yeah, so if he can just stay alive for a little bit longer, it's definitely good that he has that mark on Sunny. But really he wants to get marks on Nightwayne, especially in this situation where you need to be able to dip out quickly. But
and Nightwayne caught out of position there. Those healing grenades going to keep him up though. Leap smash at the last second. The shield drone only triggers after you're hit once. So it did not trigger on time.
So yeah, so still I would say I would be happy if I was Ninja Penguins. More permanent damage. He wasn't able to get marks on multiple people. Although Spanners does have that mark, they've got to be happy with where they're sitting. And the wildlife coming into play here, hopefully allowing Legendary to get a little bit more distance, but you see he's not really taking advantage of it right now.
And Rune slowed down by a couple Blitz Leopards right there. That will slow down the team on their chase. Legendary actually choosing to take it to the team right now. No, and then he's just going to back off right away. Those tracking darts give him nowhere to run and hide on this map, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of anxiety that comes into play because, you know, they're on you the entire time. There's no sneaking, no hiding, no juking because of that tracking dart.
Yeah, and you know, with the assistance of the boost from Sunny, it actually makes it very, very hard to even use your traversals and abilities to escape the Hunters.
Yeah,
Sunny is able to keep everyone so close to you.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if he chooses whether to continue to go on spanners and get additional marks on the support, or if he tries to do his trademarked damage spread that has been working out for him, you know, mostly today. But we've seen that Ninja Penguin's coming up with the formula on how to take Legendary out. So it'll be interesting if they can continue to withstand the wave after wave of pressure that Legendary's been doing.
He's gonna take the no. He cancels the evolve at the last minute. Wisely done right there. And he now has to take the fight to the Hunters here. The dome does come down, sealing him in. A Legendary looking for a target to single out. Rock Throw misses everybody. Leap Smash as well. 2 abilities on cooldown. The Flame Breath tagging Spanners, though. That will work to his advantage. And he throws the Rock Throw. I think Spanners took a little bit of shrapnel there, but it wasn't a direct hit.
Line. So
he has no armor left.
Oh yes, he's going to be in a very tight spot here, and he almost went for the YOLO evolve there, trying to just get more health because he knows that if he's in danger of dying, there's almost nothing he can do to get away from this and pull out a victory, or even survive for the length of this dome.
Yeah, and look at that. It is a 2-layer dome, but he's now trapped inside. They cut the 2 layers off.
Wow.
With that dome and sealed him in. He was expecting to be able to cut around the other side, I think.
So. Wow, getting down 2-0 from the start in those first 2 games. Ninja Penguins pulling it back with 3 victories in a row. So undoubtedly, they've got a ton of momentum moving into what could be the final match of the day. If Ninja Penguins can take this victory, if Cojones can come through, they might be able to usurp all of these other teams that have been on top for week after week and be crowned champion this week, which would be awesome to see. Ninja Penguins really coming out of nowhere, taking these teams and blindsiding them today.
Yeah, Ninja Penguins has been fairly consistent in the past few ESLs. They are one of the newer teams, but this is the best showing that we've seen from them yet. And it's great to see new teams practicing so hard and really showing that they can take it to existing teams, or at least newer teams that include seasoned players, like Team Averse does.
Yeah, and Averse, maybe it's just a little bit of nerves coming into play. You know, that is a trademark of teams that do have a lot of experience, is that they're able to really have a lot of control over their nerves and their emotions. And really, this is a situation where you want that. You need that to happen, because getting up 2-0, you get a little bit of elation, but then, you know, losing 3 in a row, you have to make sure that you don't get out of it mentally. You can't get into that losing mentality. You have to approach every game as if it's the only game that matters and it's the only game that you're playing. You really can't focus on any of the past results. You have to focus on the game that's going on right now. So we'll see if Averse is able to take this Game 6 and force a Game 7, or if Ninja Penguins has a great comeback down from 2-0 and takes the victory in today's final.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what Averse can pull out here. This will be their monster, or I'm sorry. This will be their hunter team once again, versus the monster player for Team Nips, which will be Cojones, who I think is also the team captain. No, he's not. Nightwayne is the team captain. Okay. All right, the invite does come out. I believe that they just finished their picks, either that or they're just finalizing them right now. So we will have the 6th game coming up in just a moment. If Averse is able to take this win, they will push it to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, which will be exciting. Very, very exciting. I think the last 2 weeks we saw were sweeps in the finals, and this is as far from a sweep as you can get, really, with both teams having these games that go down to the wire. And really the last matchup that we saw with Cojones fighting this Averse squad, it went down to the last second. It was almost, pistol shots could have been the difference. So we'll see if it's another race to the finish style match that we've been seeing in these last 2 matchups between Cojones and the squad of Averse.
I think it possibly will be the same style, but you never know. They may try something different here. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We do know of at least one other lineup that at least some members of Team Averse have practiced. I don't know how comfortable they feel with it, though.
Yeah, and then I also wonder too about it will be interesting to see the new ban rule that comes into play if they push it out to a game 7, because we've seen Cojones playing Kraken and Legendary playing Goliath, and then also both teams running Kyra. So a ban could be, you know, huge in determining the outcome of the 7th game if it gets pushed out to that.
Yeah, absolutely. A ban could be game-changing at this point. Also, being unsure as to how much the Monsters or the Hunter teams are prepared for a ban as well. Mm-hmm. I know. You know, since that is a brand new rule for this week, a lot of teams might not be prepared for it. But it looks like we do have the standard picks, as we've already seen. And we'll have to see what team of Versus Hunters can pull out today. The pressure is definitely on for them. I know a lot of people in chat want to see them win. I think the last poll that we took, chat was split about 50-50, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, it's understandable because, you know, watching Ninja Penguins rally from down 2-0, and especially that crazy finish on that relay fight where they withstood wave after wave from Legendary, it was just, you know, your heart is with them after seeing them fight tooth and nail and not giving up after going down 2-0 to a team that's been undefeated almost the entire day. You've got to, you root for them a little bit, but we'll just have to see how Averse responds, because we know they have it in them to bring the victory home. And once you get into that game 7, it really is anyone's match.
Yeah, it really is anyone's match at that point. But right now we do have match number 6. Team Nips monster player Cojones versus the Hunters of Team Averse. We have Aurora Symphony on Assault playing Markov once again. We've got Laren on Kyra as the medic for support. We've got Gone Alone playing Hank yet again. And Shinya playing Trapper as Griffin. And let's see which way Cojones is going to go. It looks like he might cut beachside. Oh, he's going right towards Shin. Vortex going to knock him back, and he's going to cut directly over Shin. That seems a little bit risky. Dome comes down. The harpoon comes out. He is locked in. He does break the harpoon, but not quick enough. This is a stage 1 Dome. This is a really bad start for Cojones. Well, he hasn't taken any damage yet. It's a very, very dangerous situation for a monster to be in this early in the game, a minute 40.
Yeah, and the terrain looks pretty tough too. There's just going to have to be some good positioning by these hunters to be able to everyone spread out and try to make sure that at all times shots are going into Cojones, so he's never able to eat and just going to permanently, or get that permanent health chipped away.
And Cojones, great play right there, using that tree to kind of block attacks from the Hunter team. And he's now going to circle around to the other side of this arena.
Yeah, and you can see now, you can see that Gone Alone getting up on top of that center pillar, which you just knew someone was going to get there, because he's going to be able to just continue to pelt Cojones from pretty much any angle from that position.
Look at that, Cojones now backing up, taking half of his stage 1 health in a single dome right there. That was a really bad situation to begin this game in.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, 2 minutes 40, and he's already down to half, and he doesn't even have enough to evolve yet.
Yeah, and really, he's going to want to try to run to somewhere. Judging by these past few games, he's going to probably want to try to run somewhere where he can force that fight in close quarters. We've seen him successful in the last game using that close quarter fight to take out the Hunters using his Aftershock build. It'll be interesting to see if he's able to execute that as well as he did in the past game.
You can see Aurora chasing him out of the caves now, pushing him directly back into Shinya's path right there, the Trapper. That Dome should still be on cooldown, but it's going to be off very, very soon. He's got to be very careful. This could be another Dome, and this could be a tiebreaker. I think we heard the Dome coming down. Yep, it is indeed coming down. This could be it for Cojones right here. They could take the win.
Yeah, he's going to really have to do a good job of hiding and then mitigating this damage. He does have a pretty good start doing so, but now getting focused a little bit. Now he's out in the open, and we'll see what kind of terrain he has to work with down here, and it looks like it might be a dead end. So this could be a tough spot if they're able to position correctly. They could do a lot of punishment at this point. Yeah, you could see him on his exit out of that cave. He was taking a lot of damage, and his shields are almost completely gone now.
Shields are almost completely down. If they take Cojones out here, they will tie things up, and we will move on to a game number 7.
So it's not over yet, as Cojones is still able to be alive, and the dome is coming down any second here. He just needs to make sure that he can bust those harpoons that will be slowing him down, and also just try to get stage 2 as quickly as possible. So you can see him, he's going to dip out and probably get as much distance as he can and try to evolve as soon as possible, but really he's going to have to take into account that orbital, that Henke call, and oh my goodness, look at that damage that they push out right there, ending the fight before he has even a chance to evolve. So Averse responding to that pressure, ending that 3-game win streak that Ninja Penguins had, and now we're tied up going into a game-deciding Game 7.